Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Hope you are well by the grace of Almighty Allah. Welcome to NIEVS Home School. This is Fatematuj Johora, Assistant Teacher of National Ideal English Version School. The subject is Islamic Studies. Dear students, today I am going to take a class for the students of class 8. Your today's topic is Chapter 2, Lesson 1, 2 and 3. We will discuss about Zakat today. We will know from that discussion what is the definition of Zakat and the importance of Zakat and masharif of Zakat and the condition for Zakat being forced. These all things you will know today. Now let's start our discussion. The students, see, before going to the topic, you have to see these things. This is chapter number 2, lesson 1, 2, 3. Together 3 lesson here, and this is lecture number 7, HW number 6. HW number 6. Now come to your lesson. The students, today's topic is Zakat. There are 5 basic pillars of Islam: Shahadat, Salat, Saum, Zakat and Hajj. So Zakat is one of the most important ibadat of Islam. Now, definition of Zakat. Zakat is an Arabic word. It means increase, holiness, etc. According to Islamic Sharia, the distribution of certain portion of wealth of the rich people among the poor is called Zakat. It purifies the heart of the donor from the miserly corruption. About the paying zakat, Allah the Almighty says in the Holy Quran, وَفِي أَمْوَالِهِمْ حَقٌّ لِسَائِلِ وَالْمَحْرُومِ, meaning the poor and the deprived of course have the right over their wealth. Allah says in another place of Holy Quran, وَقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةَ وَآتُوا الزَّكَاةَ. This is mentioned in Surah Muzammil. Meaning, surely zakat is a right given by Allah for the poor. It is not mercy and kindness of the rich people. Human beings cannot even imagine how much reward will be bestowed on the zakat prayer in Akhirat. It is described in Hadith Qudsi. You know, Hadith Qudsi means authentic hadith. Okay, it includes only the authentic hadith. Allah the Gracious says, Hey Bani Adam, keep spending in my way, I will be giving you from my endless treasure. Bukhari and Muslim. This is also another hadith book. In another hadith, it has been said that the benevolent person is near to Allah, near to heaven, near to the human being created by Allah, and away from the hell. On the contrary, the miser remains far away from Allah, far away from the human beings, and far near to the hell. An illiterate benevolent person is much dearer to Allah than miserly learned person. So it is mentioned in Tirmizi. Like this, Quran and Hadith mention many ayahs and Hadith about the importance of zakat, nisab of zakat, time of paying zakat, and the punishment of the person who doesn't give zakat if it is false on him or her, and the reward of zakat payer also, etc. All these things are explained in Hadith and Quran. So according to Hadith and Quran, we have described about what is the definition of zakat and what is the importance of zakat. Now come to the condition for zakat being first. The which condition included that you have to, or the person have to give zakat. There are 7 conditions for zakat being first. If someone have the following condition, then he or she has to pay zakat once a year. According to Islamic Sharia, those who are given zakat are called the masharif of zakat. You will know about the masharif of zakat in lesson 3. Okay, now to be a Muslim, so first condition, zakat being first, the person have to give zakat. He or she have to be Muslim. So non-Muslim person no need to give or no need to pay zakat. Number 2, to own the nisab. That means the person have to be owner of the nisab. You will know what is nisab. Know later what is nisab. Okay. Now number 3, when amount equivalent to nisab is more than necessity. So the person who has the amount equivalent to nisab without the necessary expenditure. Understand? Without necessary expenditure, the person who have the equal amount of nisab, he or she have to give zakat. Number 4, not to be in debt. Okay. Number 5, wealth owned for a year. So 1 year should be the owner of nisab should be kept with him or her full 1 year. Okay. Number 6, to be mentally sound. So mad person no need to pay zakat. To be mature. So immature or non-adult person no need to pay zakat. These are all for zakat being forced. Okay. Now come to know what is nisab of zakat. Nisab of zakat. Nisab is an Arabic word that means a fixed amount. So nisab means what? Fixed amount. Nisab wordly means fixed amount. The amount is 7.5 tolas of gold, 52.5 tolas of silver, or the wealth worth of its value. So this fixed amount is called nisab. So this is the definition of nisab, and this is the wordly meaning of nisab. Okay. If anybody has this fixed amount or nisab complete 1 year after meets his necessary expenditure, he has to pay zakat. This is first for him. Now it is clear what is nisab. Now who is shahibi nisab? No. After the necessary expenditure of anybody has the amount of nisab at the end of the year, he or she is called shahibi nisab. So the nisab owned by a person is called shahibi nisab, or the owner of nisab. Okay. Zakat is not obligatory when the wealth is less than the nisab. Zakat is not obligatory. Okay. And it is also included that the nisab, wealth of nisab should be with the shahibi nisab complete 1 year. It is said here. He or she owned wealth or nisab at the beginning of the year and finds it for some reason less than the nisab within the year and again comes to own it at the end of the year, no need to pay zakat. If the amount of nisab cannot be full year, okay, then he or she have to give zakat. If the amount of nisab should be with the person full 1 year, and the amount should be full also after necessary expenditure. Okay, dear students. Now, how much amount will be paid as zakat? The owner of nisab will give zakat 1/40 portion of the gold or silver or the wealth. It will be of the wealth. Okay, portion of the gold or silver of the wealth. Okay. Now, so 1/40 here. The amount of zakat will be 1/14, 1 portion from the 14 portion of the wealth. It will be like this. 1 portion from the 14 portions. Okay. So 1 portion from the 14 portion it is here. Remember this that to pay zakat is farz. So if anybody violate any farz of Islam, then he or she will not be a true mu'min. Now zakat for produced crops, one has to pay zakat 1/10 of the paddy, wheat, barley, dates and other crops if produced in rainwater without irrigation. Irrigation, you will get the answer of irrigation, and if found in excess of necessary. Understand? Excess of necessary, and it is produced in rainwater without irrigation. Irrigation means nourishing or watering system. Okay. Then this is called ushur, and 1/20 of the crops produced under irrigation system is subject to zakat. Irrigation means watering system, I said it before, for nourishing plants. Okay, so it is nourished if the producing crops under irrigation, so you have to give these things, that 20 portion. So it is, if it is not under rainwater, then you have to give 1/10. So 1 portion from 10th portion, and if it is in under irrigation, then you have to pay 20th portion, 1 portion from the 20th. Okay, it is under irrigation, it is without irrigation. Ushur, this is the crops of the zakat for crops, produce crops. Okay, now come lesson 3, come to the lesson 3. It is said about masharif of zakat. Masharif means, of course masharif is a Arabic word, you know, you are seeing here. Masharif means sectors of expenditure. Masharif means sector of expenditure. In Islamic Sharia, those who are given zakat are called the masharif of zakat. So what is the definition of masharif of zakat? You are getting here. Okay, as Allah said in the Holy Quran in Surah Tawbah, verse number 60, there are 8 masharif of zakat, and Allah said all this masharif in Holy Quran. So according to Holy Quran, we are saying that we have found that there are 8 sector of paying zakat. The needy or beggars, they are needy people, the needy and beggars. Of course they are poor, they are not able to fulfill their expenditure or livelihood expenditure, they are not able to do it, but they used to ask for help from the people. And the destitute, poor miskin, this is called, they are also poor, they are also needy, they are also not able to meet their necessary expenditure, they are also not able to satisfy their hunger. But the difference between these two sectors, they are not asking help from the people, from the person, they have the prestige, understand, they have the society or shame, that's why they are not able to ask for help from the people, they are not asking for their clothes, foods, but they are also needy. So this is included miskin and beggars. Okay, the employees engaged in zakat work, okay, to win over the hearts, that means new Muslims, a person, those are new Muslims, if they are needy, then Islam allowed to pay them zakat or offer them zakat. Okay, the freedom seeking slaves, the freedom seeking slaves are not here in Islam don't permit these things till now, but it was previous time, a very early ages, that's why it is prohibited now. Okay, people burdened with debts, so if anybody under debts, then zakat can be or should be paid or offered to him or the person. People engaged in the service of Islam. Okay, helpless travelers from overseas, a person who travels and he becomes helpless, then zakat can be paid to this person. Okay, now from the above all discussion from lesson 1, 2 and 3, you have known that these things, then what is zakat, you know these things, importance of paying zakat, you know this, condition for zakat being farz, you also know this from the discussion, what is the nisab of zakat, who is shahibi nisab, how much amount should be paid as zakat, what is ushur and how much amount should be paid of ushur as zakat, and who are the masharif and what are the masharif here, what is called masharif here, and who are the masharif of zakat. These all things you have known about lesson 1, from lesson 1 and lesson 1 to lesson 3, all these things. Dear students, I hope that you will listen it carefully and you would understand the lesson 1 to 3 very carefully. It is very important for you. The lessons are very important for you. Now come to your HW. Your HW will be, it is of course HW number 6. You have to write the masharif of zakat. Okay, masharif of zakat, you have to write it here. These are the masharif of zakat, 8 sector of masharif, you have to write it, memorize it and write it. Okay, my dear students, I hope that you have understood the lesson of zakat. today. These are very important lesson for all of you. That's why I have described it elaborately here. So if you read or see it carefully and read the lesson 2 times or 3 times, you will be so clear for all of you. Okay. Thank you very much all of the students. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.